So, first of all, I would like to thank the SCION for giving me this opportunity. I hope this is the first event, first conference conducted by the SCION on COVID-19, and I congratulate the team SCION for conducting this kind of conferences, especially in the situation where we are now during the COVID-19 pandemic. And once again, thank you for giving opportunity to speak on one of the research we have done recently on knowledge and beliefs of general public of India on COVID-19. And if you see the general statistics as of now, as of today, 4th May 2020, so we can see around the world, the total number of cases of the COVID-19, around 3.5 million, more than 3.5 million cases are there currently. And the total deaths are around 247,000 deaths already happened throughout the world. And if you take the statistics from some of the most affected countries, the top 5 affected countries, especially the USA, Spain, Italy, UK, and France, and we can see the majority of cases from the USA, around 1.15 million cases already occurred in the USA, and followed by we can see the more number of cases in Spain, Italy, UK, as well as France. So these are the top most affected countries with the COVID-19 cases as for today, 4th May 2020. And even we can see the death rate here, the number of deaths happen in each country, around 67,000 in USA, and 26,000 in Spain, 28,000 in Italy, 28,000 in UK, as well as 24,000 in France. But at the same time, if you see the number of cases are more in USA and Spain, but however, when we see the case fatality rate, that is the percentage of people are dying because of the COVID-19. And if you see the case fatality rate is more in case of the France and UK compared to the USA, Spain, and Italy. So the 15.18% is in UK, is a case fatality rate, as well as France, it is 14.74%, leaving behind the USA only about 5.84%. So even though the number of cases are more in USA, the case fatality rate is lower compared to the other European countries. So there are different reasons behind this having a low case fatality rate in USA compared to the other countries. And in India, if you see, as of today, we can see the confirmed cases of COVID-19, around 42,533 cases are there. And the total deaths are 1,391. That is about 3.27% of mortality rate currently we can see in India. So as you know, India is having a 1.37 billion population. It's a huge second most populous country in the world. And but still we can see, compared to the other countries, we can see the less number of cases. But the day by day we are seeing the exponential curve with the COVID-19 cases. So we need to have some measures for preventing the spread of the COVID-19 in India. And just to understand what are the knowledge and beliefs of general public of India on COVID-19. So we have done a cross-sectional study by using the web-based platform. And the context of this study is, despite many awareness programs conducted by the government as well as many other agencies in India, still we can see there are some beliefs which are going around the people, general public of India, towards either transmission of the coronavirus or prevention and treatment of the COVID-19. So just to understand what is the knowledge and what all the false beliefs are spreading in India among the population. So we have conducted a study to assess the knowledge and beliefs of general public of India on COVID-19. And the methodology what we have followed is we have conducted a web-based cross-sectional survey from 20th March to the 15th April 2020. And we have designed a questionnaire. It's a 17-item based questionnaire, out of which 6 questions on knowledge and 11 questions on belief. So we have prepared the questionnaire and we have validated it, and then we have circulated among the population to get their understanding on COVID-19. And then we randomly distributed the questionnaire among the general public by using Google Forms. So we created the Google form for this questionnaire, and we randomly circulated through all the people of India through social media networks, through WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and email, other platforms we have used for sharing this questionnaire among the people of India. And to understand what all the factors are responsible for the knowledge and beliefs in the population, So we have given the scoring system for each question. In the knowledge-based questions, we have given a score of 1 if it's a correct answer, and we have given a score of 0 if it's an incorrect answer. And for beliefs questions, we have given 3 for correct answer and 2 for don't know if they say don't know. And incorrect answer, we have given a score of 1. So this scoring system is entirely for the purpose of understanding what are the different factors, especially the demographic factors, how they are contributing for their knowledge and beliefs. And we have received a total of 462 participants for this survey. We know that it's a less number compared to the people who are residing in India. But however, we tried our maximum efforts, we kept our maximum efforts to get more responses. But the users of this technology in India is not much spread. Only the younger generation are most commonly using this technology, and they responded frequently compared to the other people who are residing, especially in the villages of India. And we can see the demographic details of the participants here of 462 people who responded. And we can see that the majority, that is 67%, are between the age group of 18 to 30 years. And majority of them males, around 57%. And the educational background, if you see, majority of our participants are either the graduate and above educational qualifications. As I mentioned, once again, we can see this demographics is mainly, we can understand that majority of the respondents, participants, are the younger generation who are commonly using the technology, because we share the links, we share the questionnaire through the web-based platforms, and the people who are using commonly the web-based platforms are commonly responded for this survey. And the occupation, we can see once again, 44% are the professionals, as well as 26.62% are students or unemployed, and majority of the participants are either they're professionals or the students or unemployed. And socioeconomic status, you can see that majority comes under the upper middle class or upper lower class of the socioeconomic status. And coming to the knowledge-based questions, whatever we have given in the questionnaire, try to understand what kind of knowledge the people are having towards COVID-19. So we have the 6 questions here in the knowledge. Under that, the 5 questions are having the multiple choices, and one more question was on from where they're getting the information on the COVID-19. What are the different sources of information for getting the information on COVID-19? That was a 6th question. And in the 5 questions, if you see, overall we can understand that based on the question what we are asking here, overall we can understand that the participants are having a good understanding, the good knowledge on COVID-19 in all these aspects, so that we can understand that it can affect any kind of population, not only on elderly, it can affect even in the other groups of people also, like adults, even in the children. And it is going to mainly affect the lungs. People are aware of that, as well as the general symptoms of COVID-19. 100% mentioned that these are the general symptoms of COVID-19, and how it is going to be spread. The COVID-19, how it's going to be spread, various, what are the different modes of spreading this COVID-19. Once again, majority of the people knows about the how the COVID-19 is going to be spread, as well as what is the need of what need to be done if a healthy person come in contact with the COVID-19 infected person. So they are aware that they need to keep away from the infected person, and they need to undergo the self-quarantine. So overall, we can understand majority were given the correct answer for all the knowledge-based questions, so that whatever the information they are getting from the different sources, either from the government or from non-government organizations or from the media, whatever the information they're getting from different sources, we can understand that they're having a good understanding or good knowledge on the COVID-19. And coming to the beliefs questions, we have 11 questions on beliefs. Especially, we would like to understand what are the false beliefs, what are the wrong beliefs that the people are having on COVID-19. So we need to try to understand those false beliefs. So we have given the questions like this, and we try to ask them what they feel, either it is yes, don't know, or no. So we were thinking that no means it's correct. So these are some of the wrong beliefs are spreading around the world, especially in India. So if they say no for these things, we can say that it is the right answer. Especially people may think that the cold and hot weather can kill the new coronavirus. Uh, at least half of them they say that no, it is not the case. And taking hot water bath can prevent from getting the COVID-19. Once again, more than half of the people they say that no. And the new coronavirus can spread through the mosquito bites, especially no. So majority mentioned that it is no. And hand dryers can kill the new coronavirus. Once again, 70% say that no. And we can see that ultraviolet disinfection lamps can kill the new coronavirus, especially for this question. People are not aware of this. That's what we can understand. 40% mentioned that they do not know about this. And if infected with the COVID-19, drinking or spraying alcohol, we know that alcohol-based sanitizers are coming around. And spraying around the alcohol or chlorine all over the body can kill the new coronavirus. It is not the case. 66% mentioned that no, but still we have some people who said yes or don't know for this. And we can see here like swallowing or gargling warm water or salt water, which bleach can prevent from getting COVID-19. So once again, around 40% they say that yes, it can prevent, but that's a wrong belief. And ordering product from China will make a person affected COVID-19. Around 50% they say no, but still there are some people who say don't know and yes. And eating garlic helps in preventing or treating the COVID-19. So once again, 30% say that it is yes. Uh, that's once again a wrong belief we can see among the people. And the new coronavirus can affect only the older age population. That's not the case, but I think almost 88% say that no, it can affect any kind of people, the COVID-19. And eating non-vegetarian food can cause COVID-19. Once again, 88 they said no, it is not the case. So in the belief section, once again, out of 11 questions, we can see the majority of the questions people say no. That means means they are not having the wrong belief. But however, we can see a certain percentage of people saying yes, especially the questions like gargling warm water, cold water, and the salt water, as well as eating garlic helps in preventing treating or COVID-19. So for these questions, we can see some higher percentage of people saying yes. But however, we can see certain percentage saying yes or don't know for some of these questions. And we try to identify what are the different factors among the demographic factors we have taken from the participation or participants. So we try to identify what are the factors may be responsible for changing their beliefs or having the wrong beliefs. So we try to understand that. And here we can see that age is one of the factors may be responsible for having the wrong beliefs. And especially when the age is increasing, the people are having more chance of having the wrong belief towards the COVID-19 compared to the younger generation, that is people around 18 to 30 years. And gender did not play any role in having the wrong beliefs. And education is once again playing a very important role for having the wrong beliefs compared to the people who are having the graduate education or postgraduate education. And the people who are having only the school education or lower level of education, they're having more of wrong beliefs compared to the higher educational status population. And the occupation, we can see once again playing a role here compared to the professionals. We can see that unskilled workers that are having some of the wrong beliefs, which are statistically significant. And as well as socioeconomic status, it will not be playing a very important role, but we can see that the lower middle class people are having more towards wrong beliefs compared to the upper class people. That's what we can understand from this socioeconomic status. So these are some of the factors may be responsible for impacting their beliefs. We did not do the calculation for the knowledge because we understand that the knowledge of the participants is relatively better compared to the beliefs. So that's the reason we try to identify the factors only for the beliefs, may not be for the knowledge. And coming to the conclusion, we assessed by using this study, this is the first information in India to understand the knowledge and beliefs of general public, especially on COVID-19. And we understood overall that the knowledge of the participants is very good, so that the efforts of government agencies providing accurate information on preventing strategy of COVID-19 has shown a greater impact on the knowledge component of the COVID-19. So we can try to understand that the knowledge of the participants is very good because of the initiatives taken by the government and other agencies. But however, still there's a need for combined efforts of governments as well as non-government organizations to educate the people to avoid the false beliefs, especially some of the false beliefs. They need to educate the people and especially among the people who are elderly and having low level of education, as well as non-professional workers on various aspects of the COVID-19. So we need to try to understand that these are the people who are having more of wrong beliefs. So we need to educate those people to try to reduce those issues in future, so that it's going to be avoid spreading the false news among the population. So thank you so much. That's one of the basic research what we have done. And even though there are certain limitations because it's a cross-sectional study, but we try to identify what are the knowledge and the beliefs are spreading, or what is having by the population who are residing in India through this research work. And it is published already in Metrics as a preprint version, and it is under consideration in one more international journal currently. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity once again.
Thank you very much to accepting our invitation, Dr. Krishna. Actually, this panel was very interesting because those general beliefs, even if you're talking about the perspective of India, I think you can see a lot of those beliefs manifesting themselves in a lot of different countries. For example, when I was paying attention to your talk, one of the things that popped my eye was how interesting it is that people develop those beliefs based on very low resolution information, such as, for example, that the virus can does not resist high temperatures. And because of that, for example, people start to believe that, I don't know, maybe hot shower or hand dryer would kill the virus. And this is actually quite interesting. And there was another one who I actually was worried about, that ordering products from China could, or if it could or could not have the infection. And it's actually interesting to see that it's not true at all. So it's very interesting event, in fact. And I think this is a real challenge, given that this is the first, let's say, we didn't have any other event like this before, so it's all very new. Consider that, I think all the governments are doing a great effort to, erase this and try to go this in the best way as possible. But the educational part is really very challenging, really very challenging. I agree with you. So let's start. Let's see in the chat if anyone has questions. Um, Adley Ennis said here, I think that the size of sample is very small. Can you tell us about the geographic distribution of sample? Thank you. This was by Dr. Adley Ennis from Cairo University, Egypt. Could you talk more about that, Dr. Krishna?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question, and that's one of the question even we have hearing from other people, because the article is already available in the public source as a preprint version. And one of the major question we used to get is the sample size calculation. We did not do such a sample size calculation, as I mentioned initially. Compared to the people who are residing in India, it's a 1.37 billion, and it is really not a good sample to get the information from all the people around. But we have tried our maximum. We put our best efforts in spreading the questionnaire and try to getting the answers. And 400 sample is very less, even we know that. But we feel that that's one of the first information we got it from the public, so that we thought we can share it to the other people, so that people who are aware that okay, these kind of beliefs are spreading in the country. And even after multiple reminders and maybe asking frequently the friends and the family members, so that's what the maximum sample we got. And that way I think most of the information which is residing from the South India, we can say, because we are residing in South India, and we have most of the contacts and most of the friends who are residing in South India, and I feel that most of the responses are from South India. Even though we did not mention in the questionnaire from which part they are, we are taking any person throughout the India. But I feel personally that most of the information which is coming from the southern part of India.
Thank you very much. I don't know if that answered the question, Dr. Adley. If you want to, if you have more questions, Please. So we have a question from Sulamite Sunny, who is asking, how can you explain the low infected COVID-19 population in Africa, given the case of India?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. You can also see the questions if you go to chat, and then you have the Q&A session. Actually, if you click on Q&A, you have the
Yes.
question.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So from Dr. Suleiman Sani, how can you explain the low infected COVID situation, the COVID-19 population in Africa, given the case of India? Would you have something about that?
I feel that, though I'm not sure as such for this question, but I feel that whatever the country it may be, the perception, the knowledge and beliefs, I feel that it's almost similar, because everyone knows that the virus which is coming from the China, it came initially from China, Wuhan, and how it is spreading, and it is spreading from person to person through the droplets, and which is a part which is mainly affecting lungs. So I feel that even though there are less number of cases in the African continent, but I feel that maybe it may be similar in like India, like the knowledge and beliefs the people are having there. Also, it may be similar to what I can see from India.
And this is actually a very interesting work to be developed cross-culturally. So if you're interested on that work, and if you want to talk about it more with Dr. Krishna, if you want to share your email, can I share the email with the participants
Yeah,
so they can
please.
enter in contact with you?
Please, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. I'm going to be introducing the next panelist then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your participation. I hope we
Thank
stick
you.
to us until the end. So
Yes.
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for it.
Thank you.